Hi guys, I'm Stix.
And I'm Stone.
Welcome to Rock and Roll Nerds.
And this is our review on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hi guys, welcome to our review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Before we get into that, we've got a few other things we want to discuss. First of all, Stix here is going to talk to you about some finale stuff going on with Doctor Who, so take it away, Stix.
Thank you. Hello. Right, before we start this, there may be a few spoilers, so stop what you're doing. Continue. Right. The first part of the season finale of Doctor Who with Peter Capaldi and Jenna Coleman has just started. It's happened on Saturday, we're on Monday now, okay? So, obviously, you might be watching this in the future. Who gives a... Right. I liked it, because I think it's finally the right episode they need for this series. I don't know if any of you guys follow Doctor Who as much as I do. I'm sure you all do. I'm sure you're bigger fans than I am. But the episodes on this series, it's been a bit, you know, people are either going like, I'm loving the new Doctor, but I'm hating the storylines, or I'm loving the storylines and I hate the new Doctor. Personally, I hate the storylines. I think Peter Capaldi makes a great Doctor. He's got some anger to it, and it's just like there's none of that horrible flirting stuff that's going on in the other episodes. I love Matt Smith and I love David Tennant pieces with their own personal Doctors. But you get the flirting, go away with that. Just go out and save some worlds, alright? That's what needs to happen. Personally, the finale I thought was great. I was really creeped out with the fact that, like, someone started to bring in the idea that even after death, our body is conscious. Like, this is what I mean about spoilers. If you haven't seen it, please do stop. But Danny Pink gets killed, alright? Like, straight away, first part of the episode. Obviously, Clara's like, oh my god, what's going to happen, blah, blah. She gets the doctor, she forces the doctor to help her find him in whatever where he is. They don't know where he's going to be, in heaven or hell. Obviously, with Missy, that's been propping up into these episodes and stuff like that, we knew something's going on because these people died and go, hi, welcome to heaven. Obviously, we don't know what's going on there just yet. But what I love is the fact that Missy, we figured it out now. We all had our own little sort of like, is she, isn't she? She's the master. She is the master. We found out right at the end of the episode, she says, I can't call myself the master when I'm a mistress. Oh, that made me go, because it was just perfect for it, yeah? But the fact is, people being conscious after death, just hearing people say, don't cremate me, that kept me up all night last night, man. That freaked me out. Seriously. I know you don't watch Doctor Who.
No, that sounds...
It's
weird.
Creepy.
That does sound
Watch
weird.
It's good. But that's pretty much all I'm going to say about it. I don't want to give too much away because we've still got the second part to come out on Saturday. So I say, if you haven't seen it yet, do watch it. If you've seen the other episodes of the series and thought, I'm going to give up on this, at least watch that one, okay? Just, it's good. Perfect. Take it away.
Right, other thing I've got to talk about briefly is, we've already seen plenty of people already put this up into YouTube already and having their comments and their opinions and everything, but I thought I'd shed my light on what I thought of it, and that is the brand new Avengers Age of Ultron trailer. We've been waiting around for this for a while. We've been having like images here and there, little teasers and tidbits from Kevin Feige and Joss Whedon giving us the bits and bobs we need, concept art and what have you. And I honestly didn't think we were going to get this trailer until end of Christmas, maybe start of January. And obviously, as you probably already know by now, it was originally going to air with Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and someone ended up leaking it online, and instead of them pulling it off, Marvel just went, you know what, let's just stick it on there. And I think they turned it could have been a really big fail into a big win, and everybody went nuts and it was incredible. I think the trailer set the right tone. It's the second film of the Avengers. It's gone darker, it's a bit more serious, there's a little bit more jeopardy. The things they shown were really, really good, especially the Hulkbuster armor. I thought that, with the fights with Hulk that we saw briefly, were absolutely incredible. Little bits and bobs they've shown, it was really, really good. I think James Spader doing the voice of Ultron, I wasn't sure whether it was going to be great, and as soon as I heard that first line, I was like, this dude's nailed it. I was like, he's done it absolutely perfectly, he's done it perfect justice. I also think that the rumour that is also going around that Andy Serkis, the small little thing you see him briefly in the trailer, that he's playing the Claw, which is a Black Panther villain. I I'm confident to say that is definitely him, and I think they're going to link that in with the Wakanda and vibranium and everything. I think they're going to link that in with Ultron and the shield as well, because obviously right at the end you see Captain America's shield cracked and split in half. But overall, I think the trailer was absolutely incredible. It's dark, it's what it needs to be, it's serious, and it's got potential to, you know, split up the group so they can go and do their separate films before they come back again. And I think it was a epic trailer, and I can't wait for the next one when hopefully they'll eventually show the Vision, which is the only thing they didn't show, but I'm fine with that at the moment because at the moment it's just a teaser. But it was a hell of a trailer. Really, really impressed with it.
Excellent. One thing I did forget, this part 1 of the finale, the Cybermen are coming back. Cybermen always kick the crap out of me, so I'm very excited for that. If it was the Daleks as well, that would have been even perfect, but I think we've both said that we're just excited about what we've seen over the past week. We've come out with these things.
There's a lot that's come out.
I mean, it's inspired us to do this. I hope you're enjoying it.
Absolutely.
So far.
And another thing I wanted to add as well, there was also another thing they put up a little bit later as an extended look. It's changed the original part of the trailer where instead of I'm going to show you something beautiful at the start, it ends up being all of the team around at a party trying to lift Thor's hammer. If you get the chance to see that and you haven't seen it yet, go and see it because it's really just good fun. It shows that they maintain the comedy aspect of the Avengers, so I think it's worth seeing.
Excellent.
Hi guys, right now it's on to our review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We literally just seen this about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours ago. So we've got our first impressions, nice and fresh in our head. So I think first of all, overall thoughts. What was your first thought?
I'm not a massive fan of CGI, heavily massive CGI films. Like, it's no secret, I'm not a big fan of it. It's just one of those pet peeves I suppose I have. But I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a great film. It had, what I liked the fact is that it had like the essence. It still had the essence of like the original series that I used to love as a kid. I'm sure we all did.
Absolutely.
As a kid. Like for instance, it was only a little minor thing, but it's the first thing that I saw and I liked was that April, Megan Fox's character, April O'Neil, was wearing the yellow sort of jacket, which is what I remember her wearing back in the old series sort of thing. Which I thought was a nice little tip off to it, sort of thing. Apart from that as well, like you just, all in all, I felt like it was a good film. They did it justice. I felt like it might have seemed a little bit rushed in places, but you've only got like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to play with, so they've got to get it all out there, I guess. Luckily, Michael Bay didn't get all his dick prints all over it.
Thank God.
Thank God for that. It didn't ruin another part of our childhood.
Yeah.
But still, I enjoyed it, and I'm not one to enjoy sort of like big production CGI films like that. But this one is going in my good books. So
yeah, I'm pretty happy with it as well. I'm all for CGI. I'm not exactly pro it compared to everything else. I just think it's a tool, and it all depends on how it's used. There's times when it's used great. There's times when it's used bad. Obviously, the prequels of Star Wars is obviously a golden one. Yes, fair enough, there are some absolutely stunning CGI effects in it, but there is also a case of overusing it, and unfortunately, he overused them. But in this, I think, yeah, there was plenty of CGI in it. It was plenty of the Michael Bay flavour, but not so much that there was explosions absolutely everywhere, every single chance he got. I think it was a case of it was there when it needed to be, and I think the fact that they decided to go CGI with the turtles was a good thing. I think to bring it into the 21st century, because at the end of the day, these days, no one's going to buy anyone dressing up in rubber suits, because it's a bit comical, to be honest. I mean, fair enough, this was quite a fun, it had a lot of comedy in it, mainly from Mikey, I think, which I think was one of the best characters in it. They did it a lot of justice with that character.
He's always been my favourite character,
Yeah.
even as a kid.
He was good.
They did it good. They did it good.
But yeah, like I said, there were certain Michael Bay dick prints here and there, but it was a lot more seamless than any of the Transformers film. And I know obviously he wasn't directing this one compared to those, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
We like the fact that like we got this idea in our head that like the guys were getting all together, going like, yeah, we want to go this way. And Michael Bay just sort of knocks on the door, just going, hey guys, do you want an explosion? No, we're good, Michael. But I put an explosion. We're in the mountains, Michael.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, I got an explosion here ready. It's like, all right, okay, well, we'll put that on the fridge
For everyone to
and for
see.
everyone to see. For you. Okay, you go play with your friends.
Okay. Guys, look, I got Transformers.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think they kept him at a reasonable length, just to make sure he didn't completely ruin it, which I didn't think he did. Fair enough. I'm not exactly going to sit here and go it was the best film I've ever seen, but it was a good time at the cinema. It was just a good popcorn flick. It had the flavour of the original series. It had a flavour of the original comics. It had what it needed, and I think they did. Like I say, Stix said, they definitely did it justice.
I think they did, definitely.
Right. So, what was your favourite character?
No, there we go. It's obviously Michelangelo. You gotta love him.
Yeah.
It's just like I was worried that they weren't going to do it great for him because he's always been the Joker.
Yeah.
But with this one, they made. I mean, obviously they know that they've got to make him the Joker, but they made him just a dude, the normal dude. He was just like the average stoner dude that you get in every group, sort of thing. So it was fantastic.
Yeah.
We think, well, you think maybe we didn't research it, but maybe the voice of Leo was.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I'm pretty confident. If you know for a fact that this is true, then by all means comment below and let us know. But I'm pretty sure that Leo's voice was Johnny Knoxville. I could be wrong, but it sounded a lot like it, so I'm pretty confident it was it. I'd actually say that the weakest character was probably Leo. I just think he was a great character. It's just he didn't get many lines. It was it's because he's the one that's in charge and everything. He was always the one that was doing stuff, and he wasn't really talking too much. The rest of the characters were absolutely brilliant. I think they did Donnie absolutely perfect. I know they did him a lot of gadgetry and glasses, and they probably went really overboard with it. But it's Turtles in the 21st century, so he's got to have all these gadgets and everything, and it's just bringing it into the now time really. And I think it was really good. I think they did Raphael as well. Just he's the one with all the attitude and everything, and just I think they, like I said, I think they did all the characters really well. I just think if I had to pick one that could have needed a little bit more work, it would be Leo. But hopefully that'll happen in the next film, which, given with the ending, I would
Spoilers.
say, yeah, spoilers.
Just so you know. But yeah, like we won't go too far into it, but the ending sort of gives the impression there's gonna be.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Shredder's look as well, like. He creeped the crap out of me when I was a kid, but now it's like he's.
I would say that was where Michael Bay got most of his dip prints on, was the outfit. There was a lot of machinery jumping around, but it worked. It absolutely worked. I'm not going to deny that for a second. It absolutely worked. Again, bringing it into the 21st century and making it work, and it did. It absolutely did.
There was also there was a fair few sort of cheesy moments in there, but you can't let that slide,
Yeah, I think so.
The whole cowabunga thing. But
yeah,
that's his thing.
I know the cowabunga thing is a cheesy thing, but I think they did it right for one reason. They didn't mention it throughout the entire film, and then right near the end, the way they brought it in was brilliant. It was Raph asking Mikey that thing you used to say as kids, and he said he'd been holding it in for years, and then they say it. So it's the fact that they realised they got too old for saying stupid little catchphrases and didn't say it, and then they just decided it was the right time to say it at this point. And I think bringing it in like that was a good thing to do.
I think as well, the way they did it with that especially, but also everything else, when you see it, you'll see the storyline with it. But the fact that it really makes you think, yeah, these guys are brothers. They will up to be brothers, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's got a few sort of flashbacks of them growing up as well, and I thought it was good. I thought it was a good little knock to it.
Yeah.
I think they did it well.
Absolutely. So yeah, overall I think it was really, really good. I'd say we give it a star rating now. I'd say. So what would you give it out of 5?
Out of 5. I'd give it 3.5 out of 5.
3.5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go for a solid 3 because although like I said, it wasn't the best film I've ever seen, but it also wasn't the worst film I've ever seen. I think it was a good, solid film. It did what it needed to do. It was just a good time at the cinema. I was finding myself finishing off my popcorn in the first 10 minutes rather than letting it last through the film. You know what I mean? So that shows that it's good. You're really enjoying it. So yeah, overall 3.5 is pretty good.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, I recommend go watching it. Or wait till it comes out on DVD, just have a big party, it'd be cool. Invite us around, that'd be great.
Yeah, that would be good. bring beer.
We don't have any friends.
No, we don't.
Anyway.
Except you guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. So, anyway, that's our opinions. If you guys have different opinions, we want to hear them. Or if you've got the same opinions, cool. So please comment as well. We've got an email address. I'm sure we'll be putting out soon.
Yeah, we'll put the email address down in the description. You can send us emails. You can send us hate mail if you want to. If you don't agree with what we said, then you can tell us we're idiots. Or if you do agree, you can tell us we're geniuses. We're not bothered. We want you to hear your opinion. We want you to voice what you think was this film for you.
And we're also thinking as well, like, if you've got any reviews that you want us to do, like things that we might not know, like, I don't know about you, but I'm not a massive guy on anime. I'm starting to get into it a little bit, but if you've got some reviews coming up, or there's new things coming out with certain things, I'm not just saying anime, but anything coming up that you want us to review ourselves, get our own personal opinion on it, cool. We can have a chat about it.
Yeah,
we'll have comments and we'll bring it up in the next episode, you know? Be cool.
So yeah, I think that's it. I think, like I say, it was a really solid film, and just keep it logged here to find out any more reviews, top 10s, and general chit chat about movies, TV, music, games, everything. So we'll see you again soon then, guys.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Hi guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed that, don't forget to click the thumbs up button and also the subscribe button just down there somewhere. Also, if you want to see another top 10, click here. If you want to see another review, click here. Thanks guys, see you soon.